Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and that's right. In celebration of Walt Disney's birthday, I am reviewing, you read the title, Walt, the Man Behind the Myth. This is a great documentary, and yeah, because, you know what, because it is celebrating its anniversary, and coincidentally, it was released, the year of, of Walt's birthday, So, and because when this documentary was released, Anyways, so the story of Walt Disney is so great, from from as a kid and from there on, and making cartoons like creating Mickey Mouse, and when it came to making Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, and when it came to making more great films, and especially like during the time of when World War II happened, and then like when it came up to the 1950s, he created Disneyland, and in the 1960s, Mary Poppins, and and up at that point, and as the narrator, who being Dick Van Dyke, and which he does make an appearance, himself, of course, but also as the narrator, 2 years after the release of Poppins, Walt was dead, according to Dick Van Dyke as the narrator. And yeah, because Mary Poppins being released in 1964, and 2 years after that, in 1966, on December 15th, Walt Disney had passed away. And, 10 days, or how many days was it? After Walt's birthday, on December 5th. Yeah, this is a great documentary. It's got great people in it, who are part of this documentary. There's a lot, from Diane Disney, most notably, the daughter of Walt Disney. There's Roy E. Disney, Walt's nephew. There's Dave Smith, who is, Disney Company archivist. Bob Thomas, who is a, Walt Disney biographer. Dorothy Pooter, Walt Disney's niece. And plenty of others, like Virginia Davis, who was Alice in the Alice comedies, J.B. Kaufman, Charles Solomon, Ray Bradbury, writer and friend of Walt Disney, and Ray Bradbury being well known for, being friends with Ray Harryhausen, and Ollie Johnson, Mark Davis, Joe Grant, not well-known and legendary Disney animators, and part of Walt's 9 Old Men, Alice Davis, Mark's wife and costume designer, Floyd Norman, Frank Thomas, then Ward Kimball and John Canemaker, I think I said his last name right, Richard Sherman and Robert B. Sherman, the Sherman brothers, and Buddy Ebsen, and John Lasseter, and Julie Andrews. Yeah, just everybody in this documentary. It's great, This documentary is fantastic because, again, everything that's talked about, and even, I forgot to mention, Bill Mendez was in this too, well known for his work on Peanuts and being the voice of Snoopy and Woodstock, and he was an animator, so worked at Disney, but then did work as an animator of the Peanuts cartoons. Especially, say, some stuff that was brought up, like when the Army was moved into the Disney studios during World War II, and not to mention one brief moment in Disney's history where, employees were furious and started a campaign, and of course, Dumbo being involved, and I don't know, but stuff like that. And when Walt Disney made that trip, and which had to do with, Saludos Amigos and the Three Caballeros, and especially, some emotional stuff, of course, when, we come to, when Walt Disney had passed away. It was very emotional, and, the people talking about, how it felt to them when Walt had died. It was very sad, and even, what was really sad is, even Buddy Ebsen, he pulled over and, got out because tears were building up and they were kind of blinding him because of driving on the road. But, Yeah, so it hit a lot of people. And I think Richard, if I recall, this came from Richard Sherman. Like, he said that everything, like, he felt that everything completely changed when Walt died. And I'd say so, for sure. Because, especially for Disney itself, you know? How could they, what were they going to do? Because Walt was the answer. He was a father to them. He was the father of the company, etc. How could they continue without their dad, you know? Yeah, it's very sad. But you know what? Disney found a way to keep going. And especially when, you know, a year after Walt's death, they finished what he wanted, what he was making, and that, you know, he had his hands on, etc., of course, the Jungle Book. So, yeah. Some other people I forgot to mention, like Brian Sibley and Marty Sklar, Richard Flesher, and Kevin Corcoran. I don't know how you pronounce that last name. Ron Miller, yeah, the son-in-law of Walt Disney and the husband of Diane Miller, and you know, Ron Miller, as we all know, who would you know, take over, I guess, as CEO or something of Disney. So, you know. But anyways, so, you know, all I've got to say is Walt, the man behind the myth, it's a great documentary, and I'm glad that I was able to, you know, have gotten to watch this once again, and for me to review it, and of course for it being the one that, you know, because for this being out on Walt's birthday, of course, you know. So, and I give this a 10 out of 10. Of course I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 for sure. So, yeah, and you guys let me know what you think. You know, if you've seen this documentary and what you thought of my review of it, you know, leave comments and give this review a like as always. And yeah, so again, 10 out of 10 for Walt, the man behind the myth. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Walt, the man behind the myth, and I'll see you guys in the next video/review. Take care, peace out, and happy birthday to the man who started it all, Walt Disney.